Good morning, guys. Your morning squads. This is Julie Babe, and today is Wednesday. I am about to hop into a daily huddle with my client, and we are doing this via Zoom. And when we say daily huddle, this should be a really quick type of Zoom meeting we do. Sometimes we do it in Slack, so we don't have to be on camera. But I would like to give you 3 to 4 tips that you can do in order for you to be prepared for your next Zoom huddle or even your Zoom/virtual interview if you're applying to become a virtual assistant. So by the way, if it's the first time seeing me, my name is Julie Babe, and I'm the founder of V Academy and your Confident VA community. So the first tip that I have for you is before you even hop into a Zoom interview or even a meeting, it is best for you to come prepared by doing a few steps. So number one for me is a really good Zoom background. This is for you if you are someone who doesn't seem to have a decent background. I'm talking about all the stuffs in your room and it does not look appealing really for your client to see. Or sometimes we're trying to avoid having a overwhelming background because you want your client to look at you, not all the stuff so you have in the room. So what I do is I simply just hop into Pinterest or sometimes even a Zoom, Canva, and I look for a Zoom background. So this is what I have today or tonight rather. And I want it to be very simple and straightforward so the client can focus on me while we are discussing. I want to put that plant right there because it looks cute. The second thing is lighting. So as you can see, squad, like there's a portion of my face that's a bit dark, but there's a portion of my face that's like, bright, right? The reason being is that I do have, I don't know what's called, but it's like monitor light bar. I bought this for the purpose of course, having that good lighting in my desk so that I don't feel sleepy. But at the same time, I figure that it's also good as your camera lighting. How's that? So you want your client to see you clearly. There are sometimes you would notice that if you don't have a good lighting, especially if you're like me, that you don't seem to have a good lighting in your room or wherever you wanted to work, it's important that you have, could be a ring light, could be the one I have, a monitor or light bar that would help you elevate that image, or should I say the light in your camera so that's like it's going to strike your face and then you will look clear and you don't look like pixelated, I would say, in the camera. And to me, that's important because you want your client to feel like they're just talking to you in person. And one way to do that is for you not to have a blurred camera, right? I'm not using any webcam here, so it's like a ready install Zoom camera that I use built in my laptop. So if you wanted to also invest in a pretty much a good webcam, then you can absolutely do that. The second thing is microphone or the audio. Now, I personally invest in a podcast mic for the purpose that you guys know it. I also teach Filipino VAs and, doing virtual assistant work for clients all over the globe. But at the same time, I am the person who wants to play background music while I'm working because it's giving me a lot of energy when I work, but I don't want my client to hear it. And so the only way for me to do that is, and I cannot trust a regular headphone or earphone for that one. So I need to buy and invest in a podcast mic. So right now I'm using a Shure microphone MV7 for those of you who's wondering what am I using. And I'm going to pause for 5 seconds and let me know if you can hear my background music and my neighbor's dog barking. There you go. Did you hear anything? Let me know. So I invest in a microphone or a really good headset because, I've been working for 5 years as a VA and a decade as a customer service representative in a contact center. There's a lot of clients that doesn't want noise when they're talking to you. They want to feel like it's a private conversation with you. And if you're even getting any account information, like how I usually do it, back in a my corporate live, they won't give you their account information if they feel like it's noisy, because they feel like it's not safe and you will use it for some crazy purposes. So investing in a good audio would elevate you as a virtual assistant professional, because you're trying to make the client feel like it's an exclusive conversation with you and nothing's bothering you at all, right? You can also use some applications called Crisp. That is a noise canceling application that could help you. You know it, if you're living in the Philippines, your own dog's barking, chicken, right? In the morning, a rooster, I don't know, and all the noise in the world. So you wanted to, if you possibly can avoid that or lessen that, it'll be amazing to you and for your client. Pretty much giving you a good impression for your client. Lastly, come prepared, give it a good smile, and get ready for your conversation with the client. So just to recap, we talked about some few tips for you before you hop into a huddle or a Zoom interview. Number one is a good background. Make sure it's not too complex or complicated. Make it simple and straightforward. Second is your lighting. Make sure that your client can see you clearly, so that you are making them feel like it's an in-person type of conversation, not just over a screen. Third one is your audio. Make sure to lessen, if you can't avoid the background noise, to make the client feel like it's a exclusive conversation with you. And the fourth one, lower your smile and get ready to be conversational. See you on the next video spots, and I hope this video helped.